Feelings, 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 feelings. Feelings are a funny thing, because a lot of the times we tell ourselves we don't feel like doing it. We don't feel like putting the work in. But at the same time, we have these goals, we have these ambitions, we have these visions, which require an element of work, which require an element of persistence and consistency. Really, those things are the simplest things, but it's our feelings, right, that stop us most of the time from putting in the necessary effort, from putting in the necessary work in order for us to materialize it, in order for us to see it physically, right? But if you understand that most of the time you might not feel like doing something, you might not feel like, or most probably won't feel like going to the gym, you won't feel like recording a video, you won't feel like making a song, you won't feel like doing these things, you won't feel like going for a run, you won't feel like reading. But all of these things are good for you. All of these things help you get to the next level. All of these things have a knock-on effect to help you again reach greater heights in life. So when we tell ourselves, "Oh, I don't feel like it. Let me just, I want to do it today. I'll take a day off today. It's okay. I could chill. I could relax today." Just think about the person you want to be. Not even just think about it. Feel the person you want to be. Like, who do you really want to be? Close your eyes. Close your eyes and imagine it. Visualize it. Visualize the lifestyle you want to live and create those feelings from the inside. Create those feelings as if you're living it right now. And that's very powerful. That is very powerful. Don't fall victim to the feelings of laziness, of procrastination. Don't fall victim to when you don't feel like doing something, because at the end of the day, you need to do the work. You need to put the work in, right? And it's funny, we can actually change and kind of motivate ourselves to do something. You know why? Because each time you don't feel like doing anything, just do 20 push-ups. Drop down and do 20 push-ups. And it does a weird thing. I don't know if it's just for me, but it does a weird thing. It just motivates me to do more. So I just did 20 push-ups. Okay, let me actually get to work now. Let me, work on some music. Let me work on some beats. You know, let me read this book. Let me film a YouTube video. Let me do these things. Let me improve. It's like you get yourself on that improvement vibration. You know what I mean? So it's like you can will yourself into feeling like doing something even though you didn't feel like doing something at the time. If you understand what I mean. And another thing is, imagine your future self, imagine your kids, your son or daughter, and they say something like, "Dad, why why are we not rich? Dad, why are we not living a great lifestyle? Dad, why didn't you achieve your dreams? Dad, why aren't you living the life you really want to live?" Imagine your kid said that to you. How would that make you feel? Right? How would that impact you? What do you respond to that? Do you be like, "Well, I just didn't feel like it." Imagine that. I just didn't feel like it. The reason why you didn't, you know, become the best version of yourself. The reason why you didn't, live out the things you really know you could do. You didn't live out the life you really know you can live because you didn't feel like it. Can you imagine? There's people in other countries that would kill to have the opportunities, we have in this Western world, right? You're healthy. You had access to great education. You could buy any book you want in the world. You could learn anything you want in the world, right? You have access to all these things. You have access to food, good water, right? You have access to this technology, internet, right? And you still don't feel like it. You don't feel like it. Wow. So what do you feel like then? Do you feel like being broke? Is that what you feel like being? Do you feel like being lazy? Do you feel like being anxious? Do you feel like living in fear? Do you feel like doing those things? Is that what you feel like doing? And there's choices. There's choices in life. So every time you say, "Oh, I don't feel like doing it," or "I don't feel like posting that video," or "I don't feel like recording that song," or "I don't feel like promoting on social media," or "I don't feel like that," "don't feel like this," don't feel like working out," "don't feel like hopping in that cold shower," "I don't feel like it." You're just feeding into that kind of negative side of things. You're feeding into that lazy person, the person who's unfulfilled, the person who's not living out his dreams, the person that's not doing much with life, the person that's just there, the person that's just a liability. That's what you're feeding into. Whereas when you say, okay, I don't feel like doing it, but I'm going to do it anyway because of discipline. Oh, I don't feel like recording the song, I'm still going to record a song. Oh, I don't feel like going to the gym, I'm still going to go to the gym. Oh, I don't feel like creating content, I'm still going to create content. Oh, I don't feel like making a YouTube video, I'm still going to make a YouTube video. You know, when you say these things to yourself and you change your approach and you operate more out of discipline, operate, ignoring those feelings of negativity, the feelings of lack, and you operate out of cool. Let's do this. I have goals. I have discipline. I have opportunity. Right. Let's go for it. Once you operate out of that, things change for you. Things change for you. Excuse me. Things change for the better. And again, I said this in another video. It's the process. So overcoming, those feelings of not wanting to do something, and when you overcome it, you just feel such a reward. You feel such a element of gratitude, of endorphins flowing through your body, just because you decided to actually act and you decided to, put the work in even though you didn't feel like doing it. Right. So you have to understand, most of the time you won't feel like doing it. And if you listen to those feelings when you don't feel like doing it, that means you won't really make much progress. Right? Everything comes down to discipline. Of course, you'll have days where you do feel like doing it, you feel motivated, but motivation doesn't last that long. Motivation is, not not forever. Motivation is finite, right? Motivation can only take you so far. The rest is down to discipline. hmm Like me personally, I know I need to grow this channel. I need to grow it to a level, or I have a goal to grow it to a level, to a high level of subscribers, to a high level of watch time, and yeah, monetize this channel, right? But I know if I really want to do that, I'm going to have to post every day, post consistently, and upload when I don't feel like doing it. I did not feel like recording a video today, but I know I have value to give. I know I want to grow this channel. I know that people can hear this message and get inspired. I know I have goals. I know I have things I want to achieve, right? I know I want to build a community. So am I going to listen to the feelings of not feeling like it? Come on now. Some days I don't feel like recording music, but am I going to let that stop me from recording music? Some days I don't feel like promoting. And when I say some days, I'll say most days I don't feel like doing it, right? But I just do it anyway because that's that discipline, you know. Even sometimes I don't even. Some days I don't. I'll be honest. Some days I don't feel like reading the Bible. Some days I don't feel like praying. But I know those things are key for me to keep my spiritual self intact. For me to keep myself intact, it's important that I do those things every day. It's important that I meditate every day. It's important that I read every day. It's important that I do these things because I know over time it just builds. Getting 1% better every single day. That's just gonna build on one another. That's gonna build, build, build. Then you look over the years and you're like, wow, look who I have become. Look at who I have become. Look at that. It's amazing. Just from that daily discipline of ignoring the lazy feelings, ignoring the procrastination, ignoring the things that aren't, adding value to you. Oh, I feel like going out and drinking. I feel like messaging that one girl. Come on now. Think of the bigger goal. Think of your life. Think of just what you want your life to be like. And don't just think, again, feel it. Feel what you want your life to be like. Feel those emotions. Feel those emotions when you're in your mansion. Feel those emotions when you have nice whip. Feel those emotions more importantly when you have the good people around you, good relationships around you, living a fulfilled life. Feel those feelings. Feel that gratitude there, right? Feel all of those things, feel all of those emotions. Ignore the emotions that try to take you away from the goals. Ignore the feelings that try and take you away from your goals. And be disciplined and strong in the mind, right? It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind because your thoughts create how you feel. Just be like, cool, let me be disciplined and get at it. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. I will see you in the next one.